Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Centurion action shit. And the main reason why we are going to play with this tank, because it's top of the tree, and at the same time we haven't played this vehicle for a year. Plus, extra information, fellas, we have done calendar in the index page, right? And there is plenty of the things to explore, plenty of the things to see. As an example, Twitch drops, you can see exactly when they are refreshed, and what do we have. As an example, today, as of 18th, that we are making a video. There is a special drops. You can read absolutely everything there. It is in Wargaming channel though, but we made our diligence. We have done all job overall around the calendar, and now from this month you are going to have a monthly things going on. And plus, on top of that, if Wargaming is selling one or another tank, it will teleport you straight to the tank in the index page as well. So hopefully this is going to be useful and good. Anyways, like I said, we are not sleeping, fellas. Anyways, what I want to say today, Centurion action shit time. The first battle looks pretty good. Malinovka, standard battle. And overall, Centurion action shit is loved by many players. It is rated good in the index page. Some people would get rid of their t-shirt and they would say that this tank is heads down epic. And once again, everything is depending on your preferentials. What do you like and what do you enjoy, and how do you like to play the game, right? For me, Centurion action shit, it is not my tank, let's say like that. I do not love this vehicle. I do not mind this tank either, don't get me wrong, but where the love goes, I would not say, oh my bananas, I love this tank so much, I would rather play with Centurion action shit than anything else in World of Tanks. It is just lovely, it's just amazing, and oh my bananas from Banana Land, this tank is unbelievably good, you know? I would not say that for sure. Why is so? I don't really trust the tank armor that much, with all honesty with you. I don't think that it is that great whenever you are playing hold down. In other words, you cannot say, oh my bananas, I am playing with a tier chieftain, tier 10 chieftain, no one can penetrate me or something. No, it definitely doesn't look this way. But overall combination of the things for a medium tank is pretty sweet, and I definitely would never ever say that it is just simply straight up unplayable. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to risk it for the biscuit, and this risk it for the biscuit will look like this. We are going to take this position, and we will try to farm one of the enemy forces just like so, right? This was a 55 is the priority for us, and even though he goes for us, it truly doesn't really change absolutely anything, because there is a humongous chance he's on the reload. Actually not quite, that's okay, the guy is eliminated. Excellent, and now we are just simply eliminating them one by one. As you can see, even though I have an easier angle to punish this 279E, I just simply felt like it is not the best idea to go for this guy. And instead, what we can do, we can eliminate the surrounding forces for obvious reasons. Meanwhile, I am trying to craft the proper angle to punish this gentleman, and so far everything looks pretty good, even though if I would take one for the team, it changes absolutely nothing. Very, very nice. What is going to be the next play for us? I think we need to go vroom, 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 and I think we need to make as much pressure as we physically and possibly can. Overall, the tank isn't bad whatsoever, and can I call this tank a meta tank? Maybe for some this would be definitely a top pick of all tanks out there. The gun handling is actually alright. The accuracy of the gun, like I said, is fine. The mobility is there. The trollish armor, fine. It is check as well. In other words, it is all right. Meanwhile, what do we want to do? We want to make a hardcore pressure just like so, because I want to get as much assisting damage as I physically and possibly can get, right? You cannot blame me for this whatsoever. We are just pushing here like there is no tomorrow, and we are thinking, that smells and that sounds like meat. Beautiful, very, very nice. It doesn't really change anything that this gentleman just clipped us out, because this game is already over. All we need to do in this particular situation is we need to get ourselves as much assisting damage as we physically and possibly can, for obvious reasons, right? That's all we are doing in this situation. Now, I am just simply patiently waiting until our guys would get a tiny touch closer. And in fact, it doesn't really matter. I think I am just simply pushing in front. Oh my bananas, would you look at that? Two gentlemen sitting over there. We are getting plenty of the assisting damage. This is exactly what we've been looking for, and this is what we need. Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice. Unfortunately, I did not penetrate the last shot, but that doesn't change absolutely anything. Perfect game in the Malinovka. I mean, sure, we did not spot it that much because we went to do damage and whatnot, right? But overall, that was very, very, very nice, and I definitely cannot complain about this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Would I be so comfortable to play with Leopard 1, like to make so much pressure? Not quite. I do not really think I would go so aggressively, but then I would go for spotting, so it's a bit different story, right? Anyways, 4.4 thousand damage, 2.1 thousand assisting damage. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage, and we got ourselves 66,000 credit profits, although 65,000 profits are coming from completing the mission. Aha! And round number 2. Would you look at that? The highway standard battle. Okay, let's see what we can do. In this situation, we are going to go with a bit more braveling setup, so I'm going to go with hardening and stabilizer instead of being so accurate, which is completely fine by me. I fell in love with one position whenever I'm playing with this side, and this position is this. Because from here, you can beat the living crap out of everyone who is crossing the line and who are playing somewhere around this area, if obviously you have the light tank who is willing to go and spot for you, right? For me, this position is solid banana out of 10, and I am usually having a very, very decent result from here. So all we need to do at the moment is to reach exactly those two trees, to knock those two trees towards the enemies, so it is going to be significantly more difficult to spot me, just like so. And now we can play the game. Meanwhile, all we need to have a proper reaction to punish the enemies whenever they are playing through the middle of the field, and then try to punish them. Now, one thing which is very important to highlight is that every and each sniper schnitzel would want to take a piece of us, which makes sense. Also, please pay attention what is happening here, speaking about the amount of the guns. This looks very, very, very bad. Skill, what do you mean this looks very bad? Listen. Enemy medium tanks are making a hardcore pressure over there, and we do not really have any sniper schnitzels. As you can see, our medium tanks are relatively stuck over there, so the situation is just different. Our heavy line will get slaughtered like there is no tomorrow. Our heavy line is sitting in very, very big trouble, and it is just straight up bad. But we are not complaining, we are just smiling, and we are making sure that we will have a decent enough angles to punish folks who are trying to be a bit more aggressive over there. Unfortunately, hits do not go where I aim exactly, which is a bit disappointing, but let it be. Oh, come on, Centurion, you can do better. You can definitely do better. Don't do that to us. And as you can see, our overall goal is just to make sure that... Well, this is a difference between Centurion and Leopard 1, right? Leopard 1 would beat the living crap out of the enemies like there is no tomorrow in the angles like this. And Centurion, even though it's alright, it is not Leopard, neither it is Vix. Right, so on the longer ranges, if I have a choice, let's say, to play or to pick the tank like Leo 1, or alternatively to pick this vehicle, you know what I'm going for and what I am picking, right? And that is okay. We are being a sniper schnitzels, fellas. We are making sure that we are going to punish every and each gentleman who is trying to get involved like this. And all we need to do, we need to have our eyes widely open. That's all we need to do. A bit trollish gun, but that is okay. This is the price which you are paying for this armor in a way, right? So we definitely cannot say, oh my bananas, it is the worst thing ever. Why the gun is such a derpy one? Oh no, nah, it's definitely not the case, fellas. It is definitely not the case. You are getting something in return for that, right? Plus, on top of that, very important thing what I could have forget to highlight is that this tank has very nice high explosive ammunition. 105 millimeters of penetration is huge for high explosives, so it is always nice and always very welcome to find someone who doesn't have any armor whatsoever, and then you are just simply yummy. You are eating them alive, right? So that is all right. So now our goal in this particular game is just to try to spot whenever enemies would be aggressive, and I can promise you that enemies are going to be aggressive. It is a matter of the time, right? And in the same time, hopefully our waffle will support us quite a bit. That's all we need for a full happiness. So now we are having a safe defense parameter right there. You know, there is no rush for us. There is no panic. We are just simply enjoying ourselves as much as we physically and possibly can. Plus, on top of that, I knocked a couple of trees in order to feel even better, you know, where the bush cover goes. And would you look at that? There is a gentleman who makes a decision to go up front. We are getting assisting damage, and we are slapping him out of this game. Absolutely gorgeous and absolutely amazing. Now, what is the worst thing what could happen in this type of situation? If enemies would go for a base defense and they would stop making pressure over there, it would be kind of a disaster. But luckily for us, it is not the case, and luckily for us, enemies are still making a bit of pressure. That is very, very good. That is very good. The game isn't horrible at this point. We are sitting on the 4,000 combined, and obviously I would like to get a bit more, and I believe we are capable of getting a bit more. All we want to see enemies going brrr and getting involved into this, right? That's all we want to see. Aiming for a lower plate, beautiful shot. I am making sure that I would respot this guy in the same time, right? And this is what we need. Good, 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 good. I think it is a matter of the time whenever our Arta would get slaughtered, because once again, I truly want to believe that CS63 and Cobra, both of them are making a bit of pressure like this, which is fair enough, and that is understandable. Now what I am hoping for, I am hoping that our Arta would start bursting the living crap out of this gentleman. You know, this is what I am hoping for, and that's what I would love to see. Is it going to be the case? Well, hopefully so. Okay, CS63 is making pressure, but with a bit different angles apparently. Arta is slapping this object, that's good. Now we have a MX-30 going through the middle of the field. I loaded high explosive special for him. As you can see that yourself, that looks very, very good. I really want to eliminate this house up front, and hopefully this gentleman won't realize what I am trying to do, right? By the way, the fun will be quickly over whenever I am going to get spotted. I can promise you that. But what I am hoping for, I am hoping that our folks would shoot every single time whenever they see enemies close, right? This is what we need. Oh wow, would you look at that? CS penetrated as hold down. Who could have expected that? Good, 5,000 damage, that's okay. Once again, we are taking our time, and we are just simply making sure that the enemy team would get punished whenever they are getting involved, right? That's all we need for a full happiness, fellas. Definitely not a rocket science, is it? Okay, they have a couple of the other folks who are making pressure just like so. That is completely alright. I don't really think that Vaze will get an angle on us unless he is going to overpeak, and he definitely overpeaked. Can I complain about this? Absolutely not, fellas. Centurion action shit can definitely work. And back to back we have a beautiful games. Nice, let's see the score. Look at this beauty. 5.7 thousand damage, 1.2 thousand assisting damage, great session overall or great game, and we have 44,000 minus because I was spamming quite a bit of the gold to penetrate the heavies in the heavy line and overall just to have a safe defense parameter in the end. So far, our session is godlike, 5.1 thousand average damage, 1.6 thousand assisting damage. So we are playing for like 6.6 thousand combined. That's good. And the last but not least, we are playing in the Glacier standard battle. Okay, let's see what we can craft here. I kind of like how it looks like. I would even be as brave to have the first high explosive shell. Maybe we are going to meet the light tank who is going on top of the hill, or someone else without armor who is going through the mid. The starting game is quite straightforward and quite simple. All we want to do, we want to see folks who would play in the mid over there. And speaking about the guys who are going on top of the hill. Oh, come on, Centurion. You can definitely hit shots like this. Ay, ay, ay. 2 light tanks passed. That's unfortunate, and the gun is saying no. Yeah, okay. That's a bit of the sadness, fellas. That is a bit of the sadness. 2 light tanks went on top of the hill, which is a bit disappointing. But we are not going to give up, and we are not going to cry over it. All we want to do, we want to make sure that we can punish everyone who is playing on top of the hill for obvious reasons, right? In fact, I have a feeling that we should be able to retake the hill, believe me or not. I want to believe, fellas, that we can retake the hill over there. Yes, I am... Actually, I don't want to go on top of the hill yet. Not yet. Listen, how about if we would take this and we would spot the Mr. Convoy? There is a big chance that the convoy is sitting right there, and I should not get spotted by the light tank who is sitting in this area. So I am feeling very, very good, as you can see. Too bad the gun handling is refusing to be cooperative in this game, which is kind of sad thing, but look at this beautiful assisting damage. That feels good, that looks nice, and we are sitting very, very, very well here. Beautiful. Yes, I am very well aware of a Starva sitting either over there or either somewhere over there, 1 out of 2. I am aware of that, trust me, I know. There is a big chance that Mr. Convoy would try to go up like this as well, although he is down to fartable at the moment, so he is definitely more concerned about his life. Can we eliminate this light tank trying to run like so? Let me see. Bad reaction, bad reaction, bad reaction. I cannot blame anyone apart myself for this, to be fair with you. I cannot blame anyone apart myself. That's kind of sad, but let it be. Convoy in the open field. I really want to punish him. Wow, what a gun handling in this situation. That's straight up sadness. It's okay, let's try to eliminate him. Good, the guy is eliminated. Very, very nice. Even though Starva is looking exactly towards us, it makes absolutely no difference at this situation. We are just trying to slap him with high explosives right here. And yes, I am aware of this art slapping me all the time. Trust me, I am aware of that. I can see that very clearly and very easily. How about if I would try to go on top of the hill? Do I want to go on top of the hill? I know that I can definitely go for a base defense, but in the same time I don't feel like base defense is the proper play and the best choice in this certain situation. For some reason, I want to believe that taking the hill, or taking the hill overall, can give us significantly more use, and we can start farming the every and each mother trucker who is trying to be aggressive here. For example, if you would pay attention at this E75, this E75 is straight up saying, you know what, I would love to get slaughtered. Just give it to me, I will give you all the damage you could ever dream of. And this is our play. And this is our play, fellas. I don't really need gold here. At least I do not really think I need gold. And I am just simply peeking here once in a while just to make sure that he would get slapped and he would get punished. Right? Beautiful. He's eliminated from the game. That's great. Now, what is the chance that enemies would try to make a bit of pressure like so? Are you trying to find a good angle skill? Yes, I do. Yes, I am trying to find a good angle. It's definitely harder than it may look like. I really do not want to fall of this cliff, you know? Or of this glacier, however you would call this. No. I mean, maybe somehow like this? I need to practice to find a decent angle in this way, because I really want to slap them, but in the same time I am so paranoid that I would drop down. It's just simply not really worth the risk, if you know what I mean. It's just simply not really worth it. Although I was spotting them all the time, so maybe spotting wasn't the worst case scenario. What do you think about that? And our artists are having a blast over there. Speaking about the blast... Yeah, you see, that could be me. That definitely could be me, and that would be a bit sad if you would ask me. I am just trying to figure out, maybe I can find a decent angle to this Mr. Convoy, right? Because Convoy was sitting somewhere in this area, so that would be very, very nice. Here we go. Maybe our Arta can say hello for them, and once again, all we are doing, we are being patient. Where the gun handling went in this game, it is a bit of the sadness. That's for sure, but that is World of Tanks. What can you do? We are just sitting here. We are preventing enemies from making a hardcore pressure. That is all we are doing. Plus on top of that, we can spot them over there. Good, 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 good. Okay. If you would ask me, I would say this is definitely a mistake to make a hardcore pressure like so. I don't think he has enough of the gun elevation to get involved into this game, so that is very, very nice. And we are just simply cutting them. We are just taxing them for their hit points. That's all we are doing in this situation. Would you look at that? What a nice ass of this Mr. E3. He doesn't have enough of the gun elevation, so we are feeling okay. And we are just giving the chance for our folks to punish him in the ass. That's fine. Look, if this E3 would try to make pressure towards the middle, he is dead meat. Right? He is definitely dead meat. He cannot go this way, and he would be sitting in a very, very bad position. Speaking of the properly bad, it feels like this guy is actually going for it. So I will give him a moment, and I should be able to slap him in the ass just about now. Beautiful shot. I should be able to punish him once again without bigger question marks. Beautiful. Cut him by a half. That's absolutely amazing. Very, 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 very nice. Now, what can happen? There is a big possibility that he will try to go on top of the hill. But to be fair with you, I am not really paranoid about this and I'm not afraid of that. Should I be? Should I be paranoid and afraid of that? I don't really think so. Okay, we are taking this position right there, and I know what's coming. I know that Mr. E3 will be very, very, very close over there. Do I really care? Not quite. Not quite, fellas. Plus, on top of that, we still have Arta, so we are feeling quite all right. Yeah, not a big surprise. I know he's there. He knows that I know. I am feeling just great. He's trying to play hold down to the best of his abilities, but fellas, that changes absolutely nothing. We are still feeling pretty fine and we are feeling alright. Obviously, I do not want to take the 750 in the face. And looks like E3 is saying, I do not really care. You want to or you don't, I am going to slap you anyways. That changed things quite a bit if you would ask me. I need to go just like so. I need to try to drop down without dying. Beautiful, very, very nice. We know that Convoy is sitting right there, and unfortunately Convoy eliminated us from the game. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe I needed to be a bit more brave, and maybe I needed to go for the C3 even though I'm taking a shot. Now when I'm thinking a bit better about this, but it is how it is. 5.6 thousand combined isn't the game that I am going to cry about. Let's see the score. Also, really, the gun handling in this game was kind of pathetic, and I missed quite some shots. It should have been more likely 4,000 damage as a bare minimum, but what can you do? It's okay. And we are back, fellas. All in all, session was solid banana out of 10. The last game was kind of the weakest one, but what can you do? 3.2 thousand damage, 2.8 thousand assisting damage, solid 6,000 combined. Definitely not the game I'm going to cry about. We are second by experience, we are second by the damage, and we got 1,000 profits. So overall, where the session goes, 4.5 thousand average damage, 2,000 assisting damage. So that brings us to 6.5 thousand combined session. Am I happy about this? Pretty damn yes, fellas. I am feeling very, very, very good about that. Do I have any complaints, any regrets? Well, the last game was a bit weaker one. I think the gun could have worked a bit better, but what can you do? That's World of Tanks, and sometimes you can take one for the team. Anyways, to answer the question, is it worth to grind the Centurion action shit line? In my humble opinion, yes, it is definitely not a bad tank. Although, we need to keep in mind that it's not as much as a sniper schnitzel. It's more likely play via mid or closer distance hold down if you know how to play the game, right? Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.